Hi there, it's Kaizen, and I can't stop, won't stop yapping. We hit 5k subscribers 2 weeks ago, so I decided to do a Q&A. Again, thanks to everyone who decided to hit the sub button. I don't even ask you guys to do it very often, so it's crazy to me that people have. This Q&A video is going to be based around these two questions because I believe it will lead to more clicks, but I will answer every question asked on my community posts throughout this video. Once this channel gets 10k, we'll do another one, so leave any questions you may have down below. So these are the first two questions that I will address. Am I a full-time YouTuber and how much money have I made? Now, my definition of a full-time YouTuber has nothing to do with upload frequency. There are very successful channels that post once a month and they do pretty well. My definition of a full-time YouTuber is someone who can live comfortably off of their YouTube channel either through ad revenue, channel memberships, super chats, or products that they offer their community. I'm not there yet. I still have a job and do part-time studies. In the past 28 days, I have gained a little bit over 500,000 views. That has translated to $1,190.28. Depending on where you live in the world, that might sound like a lot of money, but however, let's do the math real quick. I'll round that up to $1,200 for the heck of it. That times 12 months gets us $14,400, which is below the poverty line in America. I live slightly north of Dallas. I can't find a studio apartment, let alone a one-bedroom for less than $1,000. I also have student loans I have to pay for, a little bit over $400 per month, because Sally Mae likes to rip you off with interest rates. No one told my mom and I about this stuff when I was 16 years old. Avoid them if you can. I wish I did. Plus, I have food, water, electricity, internet, car insurance. $1,200 a month isn't gonna cut it. Maybe I could get a roommate, but it'd still be pretty hard living. And all of this is before taxes too. I'll reveal my RPM and average view duration too, but first we have some other questions to answer. Pineapple on pizza? I never quite understood why there was such a big debate among people with this question. We already have fruit in pizza, and it's called tomatoes. I really don't understand why people act like pineapple is the worst thing you could put on pizza. I'll take that over anchovies any day of the week. Lego Master asks, what video editor do you use? I use DaVinci Resolve, the free version. I'm thinking about getting the paid versions of it soon, but you could do a lot of cool edits with the free one. All my old meme montages use the free version. Plague Doctor didn't really ask a question, but rather made a statement on my mood, or at least guessed a statement about my mood. Yes, I was disappointed that Paper Rex lost, but I had a feeling they weren't going to win it anyways. Their Swiss stage performance wasn't that great, plus I wasn't really rooting for one specific team during the playoffs. All of them had a great story, and I couldn't really pick one. I was just enjoying the matches, as well as the fact that I want to put out some Clove videos ASAP since I like Valorant's lore. But now let's get back to the thing that makes the world go round.
Money!
RPM is a number that a lot of YouTubers look at to see how valuable a topic or niche they're in is to Google's ad market. Most gaming channels have a range of $2.50 to $3.50. So for every 1,000 views, a creator will get around that number. Of course, there are some gaming channels that get way above that and some way below. Mine is $2.44, a bit below, but nothing crazy. It was actually a lot worse in February, $1.80. The ranges really are depending on how much companies are willing to pay for ads on YouTube. Plus, newly monetized channels may have lower ad revenue for the first couple or several weeks. I got remonetized around October, November. And for the holiday seasons, the RPMs go crazy, which is why you may see creators upload a lot more during that time. It's typically the lowest in January and picks up in February from what I've heard. However, I do want to mention Valorant's demographic. It's a global game, which has its pros and cons for YouTubers. Back in January, I uploaded a Valorant video about teams in the Americas League, which is based in LA. I also uploaded a video in the Pacific region, which is based in Korea and has a lot of influence from Southeast Asian countries. The Americas video did a lot better in terms of revenue despite having less views for its first 30 days than my Pacific video. I figured the Americas one would earn more money, but I didn't know it would be basically double. Part of this is because companies pay less for ads in certain countries. The Pacific video had a lot more people from the Philippines, India, Singapore, and Indonesia viewing it, while my Americas one saw more viewership from the United States, Canada, and Australia for some reason. Shout out to my Aussies, thanks for holding it down. But we can break down the revenue from each country in the YouTube metrics graph. India accounted for about 10% of the views on my Pacific video, but we're only able to net 80 cents, basically an RPM of 30 cents. While Germany's 600 views netted me about $2, an RPM of $3.40. To put that in perspective, people from Germany had almost 5 times less views, but more than double the revenue from India and other Southeast Asian countries. I do want to mention that Singapore was pretty good though. The RPM there was about $2.40. Not bad for our gaming channel. I'ma still put out Pacific related videos just because I find the region really entertaining to watch in their gameplay. But if you're someone who watches other content creators, don't be surprised if they don't put out as much Pacific related videos. They're just trying to eat. There are some interesting things I saw from uploading more videos as well as my average view duration that we'll get into later. But first we have some questions to answer, like this one, cats or dogs? I have to say this is pretty tough because I never owned either. Cats seem easier since they just kind of do their own thing while looking majestic in the process, and plus they're known as meme farms too. Dogs on the other hand are loyal and just love to have fun with you. I want to say I lean towards cats most of the time. However, I think I would rather have a Shiba Inu than any other type of cat out there if I had to pick a pet. Zeph asked me if I want to be a guest on the Haters Guide to VCT. Si, senor. Devs asked me, is yapping natural to you? Thatnerdkaizen. I have to say it is. Sometimes I script videos and other times I just have bullet points of things I want to say and I can ramble off of them. Those tier list videos I've uploaded on the channel are the product of me yapping. The original runtime for them can be anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. So you can only imagine that I cut a lot out whenever I do these like freestyle bullet points type of videos. Next question is, how many videos have you made on Masters Madrid? 15 and counting. Keep in mind that there were only 9 days of games being played, so you could do the math on that. However, the real answer to your question is not enough. Kareem asks, why did you decide to be a YouTuber? I mean, this is pretty easy, basically because it's fun, right? As of right now, it's just a hobby for me, but I would love to become a full-time YouTuber. I think Niga Higa was the first YouTube channel that I actually banged heavy with. Pause, no Diddy, but I did watch pretty much all their videos at one point in time. In terms of gaming, I really like Cypher PK, which is weird because back in the day he was like rarely funny, he was more educational than anything else. But whenever I watched his videos in the past, my day just felt better, right? I don't really know how to explain it. I got into EXE videos from a YouTuber called Red Dead Wood. His JoJo edits with Apex Legend gameplay was one of my favorites. Same with Level Up Lifting. I stopped doing VCT EXE videos because my channel got demonetized for 3 months when I used to do them. YouTube made a mistake, but I don't want to really risk that again. Nonetheless, being a YouTuber is low-key a dream job. You have fun making videos and provide entertainment for others. Who wouldn't want to have fun while helping others in the process, you know? It's just a really hard thing to do. I actually started the whole like 30 videos in 30 days as a challenge because one of my favorite YouTubers, Afrouj Senju, would do that from time to time. It was fun to just see him struggle and put up update videos about the challenge. However, he is a full-time YouTuber, so he has more free time, which allows him to make more high quality videos than mine, mainly because I still have a job and I do studies at the side, so it was a lot harder. And the quality of my videos really dipped a lot in the process too. There were a handful of times where I only got 5 hours of sleep during the Masters Madrid tournament, and I think 2 days where I didn't get any sleep at all. It would have been a lot easier if I didn't have a job and whatnot, but it was still fun. Like, I kind of fell in love with the grind. After I completed like the 30 videos in 30 days challenge, the tournament was starting and I was like, you know what, I might as well continue this streak. Then after the tournament finished, I told myself I can't have people thinking that I ran out of ideas, so I plan to go another week of daily uploads. I'm sure if it wasn't for my job, I could do a video a day for a whole year. However, it's probably going to stop soon since one of my family members is going to have like some kind of like health stuff going on, and I'm the only one who could take care of them, so it would be kind of like impossible for me to keep this daily upload schedule during this time. However, this leads me to one of the benefits that I want to talk about when it comes to uploading daily, as well as average view duration. As I mentioned, the quality of my videos dropped a lot during my daily upload challenge, but YouTube was still pushing them out to more people. Like, this is my most profitable video, and it took me about like 15 to 20 minutes to record and 1.5 hours to edit. That's not really normal for these videos on my channel. Most of my videos can take me the whole day during my off days from real work, like work, like 6 to 12 hours. You may have heard this before, but title, thumbnail, and idea is like 50 to 70% of YouTube. And I also believe uploading daily helped a lot too. Quality still matters, but quantity is also a big factor. And I do want to mention there are a lot of channels out there that can upload like maybe once or twice a month and still make a living. But those are pretty rare in my opinion, especially if you're in gaming. However, it's still doable. Average view duration is important too. The longer people watch your videos, the more ads hit them, therefore making not only you money, but YouTube in the process too. I think the algorithm really likes to push out videos that retain people as well, even though it doesn't always translate to more views. Like my unhinged videos have a lot more effort put into them, and some of them have the best retention rates on my channel, but the views aren't as high. The click-through rate among them is quite the same as my other videos that got 30k views. But hey, what do I know? I'm still a very small YouTuber. I remember Mr. Beast saying that 70% retention time is a good goal to hit, and I'm pretty much just hard stuck between 50 and 60% on my videos, so I still have a lot of work to do and more things to learn in the process. Lastly, the Exit Frag podcast asked Exit Frag Kaizen when. Honestly, I'm down whenever. This might be the hardest question. Best moment of Masters Madrid, which is very difficult to say. This tournament had everything you would want. I think the only thing it missed was a team having like a ridiculous comeback like Fnatic on Icebox during Lock-In's grand final, but there were still so many memorable moments, like as well as a lot of funny knife kills, insane aces, clutches, a great grand finals, a pretty decent crowd by Valorant standards, and moments that just made you laugh, or at least crack a smile in the process. I think the best matchup of the tournament was Team Heretics versus Paper X. Every other round felt like a highlight. My personal favorite moment was with Narrate clutching on Lotus and tying things up against Sentinels. It had everything that I would like in a highlight, right? Good awareness, individual skill, but the thing that really took it over the top was the coach's reactions. If it wasn't for this, I probably wouldn't even mention this play at all. You can see the assistant coach just freaking out, basically just being a fan like the rest of us. And then the head coach is like cool, calm, collected with a slight smile. It was just funny to see their reaction be so different. You know, what can we say? It's the duality of man. But nonetheless, again, thanks again for the 5k subs. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we get to 10k soon. But nonetheless, stay safe and I'll be yapping in the next one.